We're back for some more of my birthday special for Sidney, Daniel, and Mark, in which we're going to play Jeopardy for the Xbox 360. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Look out.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: fish fry, book learning, mountains, words, recently discovered presidential ads, and meet the Robinsons. Player 1, where do we start? Her Little Women appeared in 1868. A mere 127 years later, her A Long Fatal Love Chase arrived. Player 1, you are correct. In addition to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, he wrote an 1887 story on the Civil War, North against South. It's Player 1. Right you are. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others, in a 1945 book by this author. Okay, Player 1. Good. In 1840, he hit a bumpo in the road and penned The Pathfinder. Player 1. Good. So, in 1863, this Russian wrote The Cossacks, a short novel based on his travels with the army. Let's hear it, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. Fry, meaning young, is often applied to this fish, like the sockeye that returns to spawn where it hatched. It's Player 1. Good. Males guard the fry of the smallmouth type of this, a sport fishing favorite. Player 1. Good. Player 1. The tiger type of this fish can be 1.5 feet long at birth, with dark spots and stripes that fade as it ages. Player 1. Hey, you're right. Baby catfish are called sack fry and subsist for 5 days on this, even after they hatch from the egg. It's Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, Player 2. Good. Player 2, you start us off. In 1947, he shattered baseball's color line. Player 1, you are correct. A lot like a famous mister of song, it was the nickname of tap dancer Bill Robinson. Player 1, good for you. Player 1, choose again. This Motown legend co-wrote My Girl and Tears of a Clown. Player 1, good. In 1951, he defeated Jake LaMotta to become middleweight boxing champ. Player 1, that's correct. Player Emmanuel Goldenberg was the real name of the Robinson who used this first name on the stage. It's Player 1. Right you are. Player 1. Geographic name for the spotted green type of pike whose young eat insects before graduating to other fish. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes! Player 1, back to you. The Hoosick Mountains are a range of these colorful mountains located in Vermont. Yes, Player 1? That's right, way to go. So Tenzing Norgay was one of the first two men to reach the summit of this mountain on May 29, 1953. Yes, Player 1? You got it. Player Let's 1. Go over to Jimmy.
The Wa'ana'i Mountains in this U.S. state rise up to 4,025-foot Mount Ka'ala.
It's Player 1. That's correct. The Caucasus Mountains of Eastern Europe are predominantly found in this country. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Player 1. Answer. It's the Daily Double. And you have the Daily Double clue. Geological evidence shows that this 5,000-mile mountain chain may extend south into Antarctica. Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. You get to pick. He said a nation half slave and half free can't exist. I say he's wrong. I'm Stephen Douglas, and I approve this message. Yes, Player 1? Right. So what if he's the first West Point grad president? Some say he drinks. You decide. I'm Horace Greeley, and I approve this message. Player 1? Yep. Player 1? In 1814, this general had a pirate, Jean Lafitte, help him in New Orleans. What's next? I'm John Quincy Adams, and I approved this message. Okay, Player 1. Correct. Player you 1. Elect him? I say in 7 months the economy will be in shambles. I'm Al Smith, and I approve this message. It's Player 1. Right. Alex Hamilton wants him to be president. Them's fighting words. I'm Aaron Burr, and I approve this message. It's Player 1. That's it. If you say I'm eating a hot dog with this. You could mean a chopped pickle topping or just plain enjoyment. Player one? That's correct.
Chat about this in your chat room.
Chat is merely a shortened form of this 7-letter word. Player one? Good for you. Player one. This name for a work of art that you may carve in art class comes from the Latin for to carve. Okay, player one. Yeah, good. Player one. The name of these small towers, often seen on castles, comes from the Old French for small towers. Let's hear it, player one. Correct. And now the $1,000 clue. From the Latin for almost last, it means, next to last. Okay, player one. That is correct.
Okay, we have player 3 in third place.
Means that player 3 will go first in the Double Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. Science abbreviations. The Sporting Life. Get Positive. Ancient Times. You are so foxy. And literary country settings. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player 3. Make us. The astronomer Hipparchus is famed for cataloging more than 800 of these. That's even more than MGM had. Okay, player one. Yes. Where I do declare, Tefnut was this ancient civilization's goddess of the dew. Yes, player one. Good. Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are in the lead right now. Answer this. Darius I of this empire claimed that Bardia, the king he killed and replaced, had been an imposter. Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. The Celtic town of Vindobona became this military post for the Romans. It later evolved into this capital on the Danube. Yes, player one? That's it. If I were not Alexander, said Alexander the Great, I would be this philosopher who lived in a tub. Okay, player one? No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Diogenes. We return to you, player one. The book Whale Done applies the positive techniques used at this marine park to business and family life. It's player one. That's correct. So, thriving through stress, like him conducting Ode to Joy while ill, is the idea in a book called The Hymn Factor. Let's hear it, player one. His power of positive thinking begins, believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Okay, player one. Correct. An illustrated book pairs Alexander Calder's artwork with the lyrics to his song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Yes, player one? Yeah! Right. So Oprah has unlocked the this a book by Rhonda Byrne about using positive visualization. Let's hear it, player one. Sorry. Anyone else? It's player two. No. Anyone else? Yes, player three. Right. Okay, let's get back into this. Player three, you make the next selection as we... There's a phase of sleep, abbreviated NREM, which stands for Know This Eye Movement. It's player one.
Yeah!
Player one. In computer science, GUI is this kind of user interface. Yes, player one? That's correct. As opposed to an MD, a DO is a doctor of this holistic practice. It's player one. No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Osteopathy. Player one. The T in TSH stands for this gland. The SH is for stimulating hormone. It's player one. Good for you! Player one, you pick again, please. The lowercase r in rRNA stands for this adjective. It's player one. Right. Player one, back to you. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, 1927. It's player one. Right. Player one, Steppenwolf, 1929. Okay, player one. Yes. You get Walkabout, 1959. Yes, player one. That is correct. We reached The Jewel in the Crown, 1966. Let's hear it, player one. That's it. Player one. The Stranger, 1942. Player one. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about Algeria. Select again. You can weigh up to 147 pounds in this boxing class between lightweight and middleweight. Okay, player one. Right. In 1967, Memorial Coliseum in this West Coast city hosted the first Super Bowl. Green Bay beat Kansas City 35-10. Player one. Yes. Player in 2006, Massachusetts made this sport, invented there, the official sport of the Commonwealth. Player one? Correct. Please, let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
Popular in the British Isles and the Commonwealth, it's the sport being played here.
It's player one. Nope. Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. Rugby. So this ABC show debuted April 29, 1961, with Jim McKay as host. Yes, player one? Nope. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is Wide World of Sports. We return to you, player one. In a practice routine for typists, this critter jumps over the lazy dog. It's player one. Good. Player one. J.J. Dickinson and M. Jeff Thompson were each called this Francis Marion nickname of the Confederacy. Yes, player one? Right. Player around 1650, George Fox founded this religious group. Okay, player one? No, sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about Quakers. Select again. Answer, the second daily double. You are in first place. How much? And the daily double clue. It immediately precedes golf in the NATO phonetic radio alphabet. Even so, you are still in the lead. Here's the correct response. Foxtrot. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? The foxglove plant is the main source of this medicine, used as a stimulant in damaged heart tissue. Let's hear it, player one. You got it. Oh, sorry. Player two, you'll not be progressing to Final Jeopardy. Here's today's Final Jeopardy category. U.S. Presidents. Please enter your wager. Let's take a look at the last clue. He's the only U.S. president who never lived in the District of Columbia. What did you say? And that will set you back. Let's see your response. How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
$25,000 to offer another game.
Player one, congratulations to you. Good game, everyone, and thank you so much for playing.